being Project X. Project X is now out of the bag fully, and our Exozone topical technology treatment system is called XERA. It's the new era of regenerative skin repair powered by our proprietary Exozone technology. And for those of you that may be new to the story, the first thing you want to do is get up to speed on the power of exosomes. Our stem cell-based exosomes are proprietary to us and us only. Our cell bank technology of how we collect our exosomes and make sure they're of A-grade caliber before they go out the door. Everything that we do is proprietary to us and this skincare rollout that we've launched. And if you haven't been to the website, I would go do that, like Cliff prefaced at the beginning of the call. Go to the XERA landing page and really get your mind around the regenerative power of exosomes. Guys, this is brand new to the topical industry. And let me make one statement that I want to resonate with you, that I want to really for you to remember. If there's anything that you remember on tonight's call, remember what I'm about to say right now, and that there is no higher level. Like when you think of all the skincare options that are out there, when you think of all the topical repair options, topical regenerative, to truly be able to rewind and reverse what aging has told on our skin, when you think about that and what all the options that are literally readily available to human beings, like what we as mankind have to us to help our skin reverse and repair, the gold standard is exosomes. There's nothing else. It's not a debate. It's not an argument. It's not up for grabs. There is nothing more powerful. Nothing. There is not one other ingredient. There is nothing more powerful than what exosomes can do for skin. Nothing. I mean, I really want that to set in, like literally nothing. There's nothing you can Google. There is nothing you can find. There is literally nothing on earth that is more powerful from a topical perspective to help your skin repair than exosomes. Literally nothing. Like write nothing down and circle it and underline it. There's nothing. The smartest neighbor that you have on your block that knows everything about everything, that's going to stay up until 5 in the morning on ChatGPT and Google, there is nothing on Earth, maybe on Mars, maybe on Pluto, maybe somewhere else on Earth. There's something more powerful than exosomes, but here on Earth, the gold standard for what you could put on your face to help your skin rewind aging, the gold standard is exosomes. And then the challenge is, where do you find this technology? It's so new, it's unknown, it's non-adopted at this time. And so as the last year, as I had begun researching this and seeing what exosomes had done in the pharmaceutical industries with repair and surgeries and things of that nature, and then saw it take course and take life in the med spa, people were then injecting exosomes into their skin, and that is still really fresh, really unknown, unyet adopted. So many med spas have no idea what exosomes even are. They don't even know what they're talking about. And here we are with our first-to-market exosome treatment system and treatment line. And, you know, what we really set out to do once we were able to source our lab in the UK that we wanted to partner with, the lab that could build our exosomes the way we wanted them built, it was to put this system together with a spare no expense mentality, that we wanted, if we were going to do this, we were only going to do it the best way only, and we weren't here to come into second place. And it's been a stellar performance since day one, the rollout of the Project X marketing campaign, and here we are on the precipice of actually deploying and launching these treatment technologies in the marketplace. And every detail has been accounted for. I mean, every detail. And I want to walk through some of those details tonight to give you a bigger picture of what we have our hands on. But once you get your mind around the power of exosomes and their regenerative properties, the first thing that you'll want to take note of is that exosomes have the power to actually enter the pores on the skin, so they can get into the face, whereas any other ingredient, any other topical type ingredient, extract, what have you, usually gets stuck on the surface of the face. You just kind of smear it around. And the first thing we sought out to do when we partnered with this lab in the UK, this particular stem cell bank with this particular technology, and we said we want our exosomes, our proprietary exosomes, to be as small as possible. Like, how can you make them even smaller? And the whole thought was on that is, if we have the ability to get into the pores, we want to get into the pores at the greatest and highest levels possible. And so these exosomes on average are hundreds of times, hundreds, plural, times smaller than the pores on your face. Then we go to the cleanser, and it's like, okay, if these exosomes can get into the pores, now our job is to create a cleanser that intentionally goes with this exosome topical technology system. We can't just have any other cleanser. We need a cleanser that can, if at all possible, we're now looking to enlarge the pores, right? Like, what could we do to dilate the pores on the skin? What could we do to clean the pores at a deeper level? And it's not about harsh elements that abrase the skin, or, like I heard somebody say earlier in this call, may have been Wagner, where she was saying it wasn't, the cleanser wasn't harsh on my face. It wasn't, like exfoliating it feeling. No, it's not. It's the sole purpose is pore management, right? And the name of the product, prepping, dermal prepping. We're literally prepping your pores for their ability to absorb and take in as many exosomes as possible, right? If you're going to buy this product, if you're going to spend the money on the product, we need to get it in to the multi-layers underneath the dermal layer, your face layer, because that's the beauty of these exosomes, is they start to repair the face and the skin from the inside out, right? The other attention to detail that we went about it is what, through data and through science, is shown to effectively do two things. One, help exosomes repair even further. Like, are there ingredients, are there agents, are there technologies that could supercharge our exosomes, for lack of better words? Like, what could we do to help the exosome maybe get deeper into the face, maybe have it more bioavailable, maybe have it work even better? Like, what other agents are known, scientifically known, to help make that happen? And then, while we're using the exosomes to get into the face, we also want to use the exosomes on the exterior of the face, which is what the lift and the hydrator do as well, specifically the hydrator. The hydrator, and I know we all kind of want to call it a lotion or refer to it as a moisturizer, but I highly encourage everyone to stay consistent with the terminology that we're using on our website, the terminology that we're using on our packaging, the descriptive words that we're using. These are not words that are just fancy. They are descriptive of how advanced this technology and these products truly are. To call this your everyday serum, or to call this your lotion or your moisturizer, could not be so far from the reality of really what it is. And so I just encourage everybody to try to adopt that vocabulary. That way we're all saying the same thing in the outside of the company through customer base, customer focus. But the hydrator's job, when we looked at that, is with the lift, we're getting exosomes through the pores. The hydrator has the higher dose, the higher level of exosomes, much more so than the lift, and we're getting exosomes into the pores through that, but we're actually creating a base layer. We're almost sealing the face, like we've prepped the pores for entry. We're getting the exosomes into the pores, and then the other purpose of that hydrator is you're actually put a sealant on your face. You don't think you're doing it, you don't know you're doing it, but you actually are, because we've got now exosomes in the pores, we've got exosomes on the base layer of the face, and now we're looking to set that hydrator and all of those agents and exosomes in place and let them go to work, let them do their wonders. And so you're going to be able to adopt this system and adopt this technology into your lifestyle. I think many of you are going to want to do it immediately as you get up out of bed in the morning. That's kind of my go-to play. I love to get my face really renewed, really refreshed, and in that repair, you know, a lot of times we go to bed, you know, we wake up, we're disheveled, and, you know, we're just getting going. We're not hydrated. You know, we just slept 8 hours without drinking anything. We're kind of dehydrated, if anything. And so your face just doesn't typically look the best. Like if you think about the best that your face looks throughout the day, it's certainly not right when you wake up. So in the morning for me, part of my get going routine, among other things, obviously with our 3 steps, is getting my face repaired and just getting everything going early in the day. And then I love the philosophy of cleaning the face for me personally. Again, this is me speaking. I love cleaning the face and putting that hydrator on before I go to bed to let my body, hint, repair as I'm sleeping. What a great job to be repairing. And so the other thing that was a high-level detail to us is, again, what can we add to these exosomes to complement the perfect team to this treatment technology? And, you know, so while the exosomes are truly the horsepower, they're truly the quarterback, they're truly the unicorn of the bunch, you're just looking at an extremely technologically advanced treatment system. I mean, I hate even calling this skincare, because skincare to me is everything else that you could go buy that's not this. I mean, everything else that you can go buy that's all the same crap, all the same stereotypical stuff, and I'm sorry, said crap, I'm not trying to be offensive to any other product or disrespectful to any other product. It's just there's things that you can go buy and smear on your face, and then there's this. And this is truly new. It's truly different. And to call it skincare, to classify it amongst others, to call it lotion, to call it moisturizer, to call it, you know, it's so unfair to even do that. And I know that's what's natural to us because that's what we're used to calling things that we put on our face. But this is a true step in science. This is a true step in technology. And if that light bulb's not going off for you, spend time on Google, spend time on ChatGPT, ask it questions. Hey, why are stem cell derived exosomes so powerful for the face? Why would they be, you know, so reparative on my face? Why are they so hard to find? Why are exosomes new? Like, ask the questions that you need to ask to trigger the light bulbs to come on, for you to be in the conviction level and the same mindset that I'm in when I say there is no higher level. There's nothing you can buy. Remember, let's go back to what was previously said. This is the gold standard. And if the gold standard is exosomes, and we are the gold standard of the gold standard, right? There's plastic exosomes you can source. There's synthetic exosomes you can source, and then here we are, and here's our mythology, here's our cell bank technology, here's our processes, here's our proprietary exosomes. And so, enough said, it is what it is, and what I'm really excited about is we haven't even seen the tip of the iceberg. You know, we've casually gotten out some beta samples for the lift serum, but nobody other than myself and Cliff and some supply chain team members, nobody has been able to use this for a prolonged period of time. And while the lift brings us instant gratification, you know, you need to use that all of one time. Like you don't need to use it for 30 days to see what you need to use it one time. You need one application and you need 10 minutes to understand its full capacity. That's the power of that right there, right? So whoever said, I think Cliff said, you know, in-person meetings, whatever you want to call them, happy out, thrive after 5. We have so many names for in-person meetings, whatever the name is. Getting back to in-person, because this is a product that's got to be demoed. This is a technology that's got to be show and tell, and it's so fun while you're doing that. But the results that we're going to see from people using this exosome technology for 90 days, 4 months, 6 months, you don't just have the immediate results that like the lift brings you. You've got the long-term results that are, we haven't even seen them yet. I mean, I've seen what it's done for me. I've seen the improvements I've had in my face, under your eyes, things like that have been truly like reparative. And even if you use Botox, like you can't, okay, Botox, great for your forehead, great between your eyes, great for, you know, the crow's feet on the corner of your eyes. Botox does zero for you. You can't inject under your eye. Like you can't inject anything into a bag. And so to see the results that people are going to see after using this as a complete system and allowing these exosomes to do their job and what they're designed to do, we're in a really, really sweet position. And guys, this is chapter 1. Like this is chapter 1 of XERA. We've got chapter 2 already dialed in, like already ready to go, already